So is even we are done with. You can go to the site and you can start attempting this question, which is saying print largest and second largest number. Here you will have to pay attention what the requirement is saying. Requirement says you are given 3 integers as input, and we can see clearly that our program will get these 3 integer inputs. And what the program should do, it should print the largest first and second largest on the same line by giving the space. Give new line after printing the largest and second largest. That when we print the output here, when we take the decision, then these two constraints should be met. So output should be, if you look at the example on the right side, it says if you are given input as 2, 3, 4, who is the largest out of these 3? 3 integers are there. 4. So in output it expects you will print 4 first, then space, then you will print the second largest. Second largest is 3, and then you will give a new line. So we should write code in this function which based on any ABC values given to us does this thing. And we can't assume A will have 4, B will have 3, because ABC can have any value. So we have to use conditional operators and these variables, and based on the comparison we have to output. So spend some time, write code here, try to submit. In case you hit any issues, then I'll take a look and we'll sort it out. Can you tell me what should be our approach if there are 3 numbers given to us? What should be our approach to figure out which one is largest?
You can take comparison of first two. Maybe you can compare if A is greater than B. Perfect. And then check again with if A is greater than C. So take the output of these two, and if out of these two operations, A is greater than B and A is greater than C, implies A is the highest amongst the 3 numbers.
Right. So you are saying we do if A is greater than B, and you also want to compare A with C, right?
Exactly.
So one possibility is we put this and we put in the curly bracket, if A is greater than B, we want to take some action, else we want to take some other action, right?
Exactly.
So yes. Everyone, here we are going with this approach. We don't know if this will be correct or wrong, but we are proceeding so that we reach some point and then we see. Now first we fill the if part. If A would have been greater than B, then what is the possibility for A to be highest, A to be largest? So here,
it has to.
Yeah, it has to.
It has to be compared against C, and then again B should be compared against C.
Yeah. So if A is greater than C, inside this, are we sure that who is largest?
No, not yet.
Why? A is greater than B. A is also greater than C. Then largest is clear, right?
Yes. A is greater amongst B and C.
Yeah.
A is the highest. Yeah.
So system.out.print, we are not using println, we'll use only print A plus we'll give some space because largest we are printing. Now we don't have to put else here because largest is already decided. Now second largest is what we worry about. So we will say if B is greater than C, what does it mean?
Second largest is B.
Second largest is B. We say system.out.println. Now pay attention that I am using println so that B is printed and new line is also put. A will be printed here, A space B and new line. Else if B is not greater than C, then can I say system.out.println C?
C. Yes.
Right. So our if part is done. In case of if, we have done the necessary thing. But imagine if A was not greater than C, then could we have said A is largest?
No.
We are missing one more condition, right? What if C is greater than A? Else part of this is also needed?
Yes.
Yeah, so now we put that else and we say if this would have been the case, we would have said system.out.println C is the largest here and now second largest would not have been between B and C. Now it would have been between A and C, A and B, sorry, right? So this part comes here, and it has started to become very clumsy code, right? Lot of if else. Ideally this will give us an answer, but I don't want to take that approach. Let's think of some other approach and a simpler one. Let's take two variables, largest and second largest. I'm just taking two variables here, and I say in the end I'll print only once. I'll say system.out.println. I'll say largest plus, I'll give a space plus second largest. This is what I'll do. Now in between I have to do some magic which decides who is largest, who is second largest. So let's take the problem in this way. If only A and B were there and we had to decide largest and second largest, what we would have done? Initially let's assume A is largest, B is second largest. I'm just initializing L with A, SL with B. Now if B is greater than A, then what will happen? Who is largest, who is second largest? Just out of A and B.
B is largest. B is largest.
So we say
B is largest.
L is equal to B and SL is equal to
Yes, yeah.
A. Now can we say after line number 9 our L and SL will contain the largest and second largest from A and B's comparison, right? Now only thing pending is C. Now can we compare C with L and SL and do the update? Now tell me, L and SL have got the value out of A and B. Now if C is greater than L, what does it mean?
C is largest.
C is largest, no doubt about it. Who will be the second largest?
B.
No, now AB we have lost. We don't need to worry about AB. After line number 9, we all only care about L and SL. Right? Out of L and SL, whatever was L previously, will that become second largest or not?
Yeah.
Right? Let's take example. Let's say A is 2, B is 3 and C is 4. These are the values. What we did, we took two more variables, L and SL. We said let's assume A is largest and we said largest is 2 and B is second largest. This is what we did in line number 3. This is an assumption we made. So after line number 3, L will contain 2, SL will contain 3. We come to line number 5 and we are comparing B with A again. Is B greater than A here in these values?
Yes.
Yes. So what we did, we changed the value of L and SL. So L becomes 3 now and SL becomes 2 now. Right? These are the latest values when we come to line number 13. These are the values that they have. Now what I'm saying is when we come to C, we need to compare C with L first. Now which one is bigger? C is bigger or L is bigger?
C.
Yeah. So who should be the largest? C, right?
C.
So we are saying L is equal to C, but second largest, is it 2 or something else?
Second largest is 3.
Yeah, so 3 should move to 2, right? If we have gotten a value which is greater than L, so first thing what we should do is we should say second largest has become L and L has become, C has become the largest, L has become the second largest. This is fine? Tell me.
No, it's not fine. The 16th line should come first and then the 15th line will come.
Awesome. Priya, good catch. See, we are writing it this way. First what we are doing is we are changing the L. If we change L, the previous value of L will be lost. We will put 4 into L, but L will have 4 value now. Again we are copying 4 into SL. So ordering is very, very important over here to keep in mind. Yeah, this is what I wanted someone to point out. Yeah, so we are saying first move L to SL because we have found something greater than L. So whatever was L earlier, now he has become the second because we have found a bigger value than L. Then we say Now make C as largest. So till here the decision has been made. If this was not the case, if C is not greater than L, then what could have happened? The possibility is C is not greater than L, but C is greater than SL. If C is greater than second largest, what does it mean? What should we change? Imagine a case where it was
Yeah.
2, 4, A and B, and C was 3. 3 was C. Now we have said, okay, largest is this, second largest is this. Now 3 that is coming, 3 is not greater than largest, but 3 is greater than second largest. So if 3 is greater than second largest only, then what should change? What code should I write here so that our program works perfectly fine?
SL equal to C.
Right? So change only second largest. This was little lengthy program, but it applies if else, and we have to carefully think. If you have not been able to do it, if you are a beginner, that's perfectly fine. Like this is little lengthier program which would have required a lot of juggling around. Now we have done all the necessary changes. Can we rest assured at line number 26 that L and SL will contain the right largest and second largest values?
What if the first if condition fails?
This one, if this fails.
Yeah.
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
So let's say the values were 3, 2 and 5. A, B and C. What we did initially, we said L will have 3. Largest is 3, second largest will be 2. Now when we say this condition, B is not greater than A. So it will not go into this. L and SL will preserve their values that we have assigned in line number 3.
Okay.
Right? So we are changing only if we find our old assumption, we said A is largest, B is second largest. If that assumption is wrong, that will get corrected here. Yeah, so that is what we did. So after doing this, if I submit, now this is not the only way of solving the program. Any programming problem that we do can have various approaches, but this is one approach that I have showed you, where we have logically derived this approach and we have submitted this. Right, so this was largest and second largest. After the class, you can try submitting on your own. Now we are moving to the next problem. It says, oh, largest and second largest I added twice. Sorry, I think that would have been done by mistake. This problem is repeated. Yeah, so we go to print max of two numbers. Here again we are saying print whichever is max, you just have to print the single number as output. Now this is lighter version of what we have already done. So just go ahead and do the submission of this quickly so that we can move forward.